The great Greek masters have said, be still and know thyself. You must be still to know thyself. This is the Greek wisdom. Gnosticization. Be still and know thyself. You have to be still in the body, still in the mind. Then you will begin to know yourself. The self which is beyond the body, beyond the mind. Encompassing the body, encompassing the mind. The self is the body, the self is the mind. But we are unaware of it because we are not ever still. We have never made our body still or never made our mind still. But the moment you make your body still and your mind still, the self will reveal to the self. When the self is revealed to the self, then everything is over. The game is over. The game of enlightenment is over. You have become enlightened. It's like lighting a lamp. A lamp is there, but it is not lighted. So what is the point in that lamp, that oil, that cotton piece, which is not lighted? We want every lamp to be lighted. So we want every body, every mind to be lighted by the self. When you have become aware of the self, by being still in the body and the mind, the body also becomes lighted, the mind also becomes enlightened. That is called enlightenment. What is enlightenment? You understand that the body is the self, the mind is the self, and everybody is the self. The self exists everywhere as the same substance, as the same field. So every being must become enlightened. Every lamp should be lighted. There is a lamp, but it is not giving any light. What is the point? There is a mind, but it is not enlightened. What is the point? Where the mind is not enlightened, it's a darkened mind, creating more differences, more turmoil in everybody. Enlightened mind creates harmony everywhere, creates wellness. An unenlightened mind creates illness. An enlightened mind creates wellness everywhere. We want enlightenment everywhere. The body should also become enlightened. The mind should become enlightened. Everything should become enlightened. When you understand everything as self, then you are enlightened.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity and the answer. So body should be lightened and mind should be enlightened. Wonderful, wonderful message, sir. Thank you.
Happy morning, everybody. A great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Aligning to our purpose can be considered and said as enlightenment. We constantly are able to stay aligned to a purpose, that there is some purpose for each of us. And so staying in alignment with our purpose is living a life of enlightenment. If mobile phones have purpose, if a company has a purpose, then we all can have the same purpose. We all would and we must be having purpose because we are much more intelligent system. When someone writes a book, there is a purpose for a book. There's got to be some purpose for every individual too. if that individual is one who is creating so much. Happy morning, dear friends. Great afternoon, wonderful evening for everybody. We are into our 5th week to understand spiritual quotient. And we constantly been understanding that with meditation, we are on one side learning the way to experience or to manifest or to create anything we want. But we also need the clarity to experience that thing which gives us real happiness. Things that we are not just going after just because people are going after. Instead, things that we really like at the bottom of, from the bottom of your heart. And anything that is really like, and if you're able to latch on to it, align to it, then clearly we say that we are aligned to our purpose, the then purpose. So meditation practice is also, and that is more so about clearly aligning to what we really like. Not just literally go after this rat race, not let's just go after it and say, I want to just do manifest, manifest, manifest. Manifestation is required once we know what I really want. So we start experimenting very quickly with the process of manifestation with regular meditation to align to what we want, because if we otherwise will be expending tremendous amount of energy in doing things, and then only to realize that we just wasted so much effort in trying to get something, but it's not give us that happiness. We might go and spend a long time building or paying for a house for some time, for years. But then later I realize once it is there with you, it hardly gives you any happiness. 1 month, 1 week, it is over. But on the other hand, if you use the same time and resources, even helping a tiny project, that would have been giving your life full of happiness. So it is to differentiate what is that gives me core happiness. We try to understand, how do I align to that thing which is giving us that happiness? How do I get that clarity? That's meditation, difference. More meditation is always slowly, slowly, slowly giving us the clarity. In many ways, if we align to a unique talent that we have, because we all have certain talent, certain gift. If I am very good at sharing, then I should be leading, I should be taking up a role where I get the opportunity to share whatever that I know. It doesn't matter what knowledge. Ultimately, if I'm good at sharing, communicating, teaching, then I should be taking up that role of what I know. Because there's always somebody out there who does not know what we know, and then we naturally attract them. If we can identify that unique talent or a gift that I have, and then utilize every opportunity to share that gift, apply that gift. If I'm great at painting, every opportunity to apply that gift is also a way to go in and then align to a purpose. So the Ikigai means a life full of purpose, a meaningful life. Our spiritual quotient, this whole understanding, should be leading us to living a meaningful, purposeful life. That every time we think and then look back and say 10 years down the line, what did I do last 10 years? What did I do last 20 years? We must feel that happiness. We must feel that joy that, okay, I did something meaningful. It doesn't meaningful to me or meaningful to someone around me. We have to just feel that satisfaction. Am I just the same in growing up, getting married, produce kids, and then settling them? Is that where the whole life revolved around? That's it? Is there something more? This is a question Patriji posed to Vani when she met him first time, or maybe second time. What do you do? I'm taking my kids. Okay. Animals also will do that. Is there anything special? What will you do more? Of course, boy, she was upset. Taking care of kids and family is what I'm doing. Okay, so nobody exists tomorrow. So what are you going to do? That's the question he asked. Okay, so no one exists tomorrow. Everybody died. So who is there? Me rising, children are running a family may not necessarily be the purpose. That's part of learning, but we're here to do something. We're here to cause an impact, a difference to ourselves and somebody. So there's got to be a meaningful reason of why we exist in this life. If we go within every book, every paper, every object has a purpose, then we do have a purpose difference. And this purpose of life, while there is always an overarching purpose, but it may not be starting from day one. Purpose of life can be different for every given period of time. It only means to say that align to what you really love to do at any given time, then you will be happy. Purpose is to be happy and enjoying the time, all the time, to be happy and to constantly learn. So Ikigai is Japanese secret to living a long life. They approach that way. If I want to live a longer life, then what should I do? They didn't say purpose. They said, I want to do long life because we all want to do long life. And so then what should we do? The secret to living a long life. And so they discovered in these worldwide, in some other places where the density of people living long lives is pretty high. One in 3 to 1 in 4. What is long life? They looked at it and said about 90 years of age, because normally you look around, you rarely find about 90 years of age people, right, in your environment. That's the case here with me in Bangalore. About 90 years of age, 1 in 3 people to 1 in 4 That is pretty significant, isn't it? In a community, if you took 1,000 people, they're finding anywhere between 250 to 330 people are above 90 years of age in a given 1,000. What is that ratio in your environment? So there's got to be something different about these places where the people are living very long life. Long life and then happy life. And they found that they're doing 5 things. They're doing 5 things consistently. So they're eating vegetables, most vegetables, more vegetables. As much they're eating a lot of vegetables, plant-based diet, vegetarian diet. They are spending time with nature. So since they are elder, they can't do too much of physicality walking, or at least opportunities may be less or whatever. But then they figured that no, I can spend time with nature by spending time doing gardening. Basically, it's a mini nature that you have. Plants are there, they're spending time with gardening, nature. Gardening means outdoor, you're there taking nature, you're touching sand, nature elements basically. The air is there, the water is there, you get some fresh air, sunlight. You are being with the nature is by doing so with the plants and the gardening. So they're doing that. They're satisfying themselves. They have an emotional support, but they have created a small group of community of people who support each other emotionally. That's their circle. Which many of us seem to do, or as we go into the cities, we are more and more isolated. We hardly have a circle to talk to. But they have this emotional bonding with a set of people where they are regularly meet. It's not the kitty party, but something like that you can say, but they're regularly meeting together and say hi to each other, gain a strength from each other, support each other. In case somebody needs financial assistance, they would sort of group some money and then give them. But everything that's required to emotionally support them, they'll give that. So then they are doing always some work. They did not have a concept of retirement. They're always doing some work. And what is the work they're doing? They're doing the work that they know. If I know stitching, they're doing stitching. If I know painting, they constantly draw some artwork. If I have some skill that I can give that, teaching of it, they try to find somebody. Like, teach English free class of English, free music classes, free dance classes, free advice, writing some article for somebody who might be benefiting from it. So when they retire or when they come out of the job, but they're continuing to be in the job by always doing this activity, recognize that somebody will always find the value of it. So they're always doing, they're never retired. Even at 90, even at 100, even at 110 years, they're not retired. They're always doing stuff that they love to do, which is their unique talent. So people come out of the companies, and then whatever the role they're doing in the companies, they are finding ways to add value to somebody around in their community, or simply doing it for themselves. So they're always doing what they're uniquely given as a gift. The last thing is they're doing some kind of spiritual practices. They're doing spiritual practices of yoga, meditation. They always are in touch. If you notice, each of these are aligned very well to the different bodies, physical body, emotional body, mind to always need to satisfy it, intelligence, and then consciousness. They're doing these things knowingly, unknowingly, all the 5 things they're doing. And as a result, dear friends, they go at it. They kept go on living longer and longer and longer. No wonder this master called Ilchili is coming from this Eastern country, from Korean countries, where he's written a book, I have decided to live for 120 years. I have decided to live for 120 years. It's a decision that someone makes. If we are happy, then you can go on living because the body cooperates anyway. And so, dear friends, so the things that these guys are doing, this group of people, whether that's in Japan, in Ireland, or whether they're in Costa Rica, whether they're in Italy, some island, there are some 5, 6 islands they've looked at it. The book name that you can read about this research is exactly that in the background. Purpose, it's called Ikigai, a Japanese secret to living a long life. Must read, everybody must read. So by just doing these things, clearly going into a plant-based vegetarian, eat, spend time with nature, have communities where you are always sharing, connecting, learning from each other, supporting, do things that you really like to do. No retirement, always doing something, no retirement until the last minute. Like Karthikeyan sir, no retirement. All our mentors, there's no question of retirement. There's Ramani sir, whether there's SVV sir. Doesn't age no matter, no bar. They continue to run, continue to passionately be involved in what they like to do. One is running a non-profit significantly. Another is running a group of companies to move to institutes to add bigger value. And another is merely sharing lots of knowledge. See, it doesn't have to be something concretely. Even knowledge is being shared by Karthikeyan. So there is what you are fundamentally good at, you're constantly sharing. If I'm good at connecting people, I connect them. If I lived a life of sales role in an organization, I've got this big Rolodex. What do? Connect people, help them. That itself can be great. Social media platforms connect people. They're very successful. When you connect people, help people live more, know more, and so you can experience more, then it's great. Connecting people, social media platforms. That's why they are hugely successful. So they are constantly living a gift or thing that they own, whatever they had, they continue to live until the last moment of their life. And then having some spiritual practice. If we do these, then we go on living a happy and purposeful life, a happy life. If spirituality is about leading to a happy, joyous life, then why not do this? And one of them is to offer your unique gift and talent in a way that's how you are happy and always somebody is benefiting. That's all, dear friends. That, whether you call it service, whether you call it being with your flow or aligned to a purpose, they're all the same. This book gives a great inspiration to know more about our purpose. We talk about some of the concepts like flow, how to determine a purpose. The manifestation that we have understood, process of manifestation, where we put a sequence into visualization, is also helps us to understand whether what I'm seeking is going to give me happiness or not, because you're applying it for something larger and larger. If every day you're visualizing and dreaming about something, and if you got sustained feelings, then the feelings are coming from your heart, not from your mind. So you are technically going after something that is going to give you really happiness. You start living it ahead of it. There are some people always dreamt of building a school or something in their village. They always say these words, no, I got to do something for my village. I want to do something for my community, for my people. And they always dream about it. And then every time they talk about, they passionately say, and then they go into the future by talking and then feeling as if it's there. That's called, we use the word passion. So they use that much. That means they are figured out that's their purpose. The sooner they get there and then implement it, the faster they feel a lot more happy about. So that manifestation process also leading us to understand if I'm getting into the purpose or not, dear friends. We will understand more of that tomorrow. Let's go into meditation once again. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed, with your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Cross your feet at ankle. We observe a normal, natural breath. Our goal is to empty the mind. When you observe the breath, our mind becomes empty. Called Anapanasati meditation, a breath mindfulness meditation. It's helping us drop all the unwanted thought and slowly give us clarity of what I should be doing. Clarity is equal to purpose, alignment with the purpose. So relax yourself, dear friends. We're doing something called heart elevation to relax our body, to elevate our body into a higher emotion. Just follow my guidance before we go into this breath mindfulness meditation, Anapanasati. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, relax your body. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel more of that slow, long, relaxing breath. And become aware of the beat and the rhythm of your heart. Feel it. Breathe into your heart center of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel the seat of all emotions, which is expanding all life. where the emotions of love, joy, gratitude, compassion can you recollect an experience from your life, from your past, or from the present where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude, and relive that moment. Relive that moment and elevate yourself with the energies of love, with joy, gratitude. We are all deeply interconnected with each other. The more you experience that energy of love, joy, of gratitude, the more you become coherent with all things and everybody. Feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, placing your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. we are going into powerful group meditation. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Our goal is to empty the mind and merge into this greater emptiness, that energy. If you recognize your thinking, gently go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As our mind becomes empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. Observe any sensations in your body. As you are becoming one with your breath, become aware of the energy in any part of your body. When we empty our mind, we merge into this greater emptiness, that energy field, and receive tremendous amount of energy and insight. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Can you find that emptiness of no body, of no thing, of no place and no time inside of you, all around you? As our mind becomes empty, we experience that greater emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. That's energy. All emptiness is energy. This is the unlimited energy field with infinite possibilities and opportunities. The longer you experience this emptiness, dear friends, the more you receive that energy, that insight. Friends, let's express gratitude to all things and everybody. Gratitude is a high state of receivership. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection into this universe. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Deep gratitude to all the people in your life for helping you learn so many things. Gratitude to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. And be grateful to the technology, the things you use, the places you use it. And gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair the body. and recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands or eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Today, Thursdays, we are breaking out into smaller rooms and interacting with the facilitators or exchanging our experiences. We've always talked about the importance of sharing or listening to others' experiences into 5 weeks of practice, particularly several first-timers who join. So there's got to be enough to share. And each time we're rediscovering ourselves. We've been working for a long time. So please do actively participate and then share your experience or ask questions, make an interactive, lively discussion in the breakout rooms. And always give opportunity for the newcomers. Thank you very much. We'll go into the breakout room to have our further interactions from today. Please go ahead, Koti. And initiate the rooms.
Yes, sir.